You know, I can never remember
Doesn't.
what I'm doing. Because you know what?
What? Huh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Can't take our ideas.
Welcome back to the Pantless podcast. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
And we're back. And that we suck.
oh my gosh! Back-to-back fail weeks. That is
Hey, no.
how we roll. That is how we
Hey,
roll.
welcome
Success.
back.
Nothing but success.
All the success.
All of it.
So, welcome
I don't
back.
even care anymore.
If you
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing fantastic.
Good. Good.
Our normal viewers or listeners would know that that's common. We do that all the time.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Our thing. So, how have you been doing?
I've been good, man. I've been good.
How have you been enjoying this nice sunny weather we've been enjoying in this part of the country?
I've been slipping and sliding all over the road, brother.
It's been
It's been
awesome.
like fast and the. It's I'm like Paul Walker. Like I'm just not like killing myself like driving, but like sliding like I'm Tokyo drifting. Even though he wasn't in that movie.
Did you ever figure out how to? Did you ever figure out my trick on not slipping on ice?
What's the trick?
It was what I told you the other day about the faster you run, the least likely.
Yeah. I totally forgot to try that.
Yeah. You can hit 100 mile an hour on running, right?
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
It's been tested. If you could run, like, at least 100 mile an hour, you don't slip on ice. That's the Flash. He knows.
Yeah, it's physics.
Physics.
Except, I was thinking about it. And
it's science.
You talked about, I'm more like Zootopia Flash than DC Flash. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Flash, 100-yard dash.
What do you call a two-humped camel? I mean, a three-hump. Dang, I already messed up. Forget it.
Hey.
Oh.
Season 7, the season of failures.
Gosh. Speaking of failures, you want to go to breaking news?
Yeah, let's do it.
Nickelodeon.
Oh, yeah. What did Nickelodeon do?
My sources are telling me that Nickelodeon's Britney Spears wannabe, Amanda Bynes, is filing a petition to end conservationships for parents. Have you heard that? Isn't that crazy? Because she's crazy and Britney Spears is crazy, but I totally support her.
After
I know.
my sources say
you're stunned. You are
just
you're like, whoa. What?
I didn't even know she was in one. After nearly 9 years is what my sources are saying.
Yeah. It's like her parents were like, Brittany's dad did what? We need that for us. And you have to admit, like, she and Britt, they have some similarities. They kind of both went off the deep end.
I wonder why we hadn't heard from her in a while.
Yeah, she's been having to ask her dad whenever she wants a Pop-It or a Ring Pop or something from Walmart. It's like, Dad, I have $5 million in my account. Can I please buy a Snicker bar? Because I'm pretty sure that's how she talks.
Probably. And that's shocking.
I don't know. She's crazy.
Hey, you want to know? You want to know what I've got?
What do you got?
It's random news time.
Oh yeah.
Beijing streets overrun by hundreds of stray Olympians after end of Olympic Games.
Wow.
I just realized that my text is there too small, but you can pause and read that. You can't read it. Florida man arrested after stealing a crossbow by stuffing it down his trousers. Hollywood studios locked in massive bidding war for screenplay entitled "Existing IP to be determined." Ah.
Yeah.
In
Sounds
local
like no
news,
problem.
Okmulgee mayor been being investigated after $150,000 embezzled from local businesses. Police say. Police
That's
say it.
$150,000 in Okmulgee money is like $2 million in real money.
That's something else. Bill Haston, Paul Mills' next challenge at ORU recovery from defensive disaster. You know what that's about. And that bottom one, Gateway First Bank. Yeah, I can't read that. I made it too small. Gateway's doing things, and that
they've opened up a new thing. So
yeah,
there's your news.
There's your weekly news.
You're welcome, America.
We had breaking news.
Dun, 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 dun. All right,
and we're done with sports.
Wait, we're done with sports?
I don't have anything to talk about on sports.
I just want to. Can I briefly mention that I am like only down by 6 points to the number 1 team in the league right now? So
in which one?
In basketball.
Basketball.
I forgot we're playing hockey, aren't we?
I absolutely.
I just took the lead right now with 2 days and a few hours to go. Poof, poof, poof. Which way are we going? I don't know.
We're over here.
So anyway, now we can be done with sports.
Well, I will say I'm getting trashed in hockey right now. I've won like multiple games in a row, and then I met the Aces, and she is just trashing me. I forgot it. I forgot about it for 2 days, but I still don't think it would have helped.
Yeah, I'm getting beat by Chansey by almost 20. Chansey and the Aces, they are crazy right now.
I can beat Chansey every time I play her against her.
This is hockey. You can fight her. It's okay.
But the Aces, freaking kick my tail every time. And I think I still got to play her like once or twice after this.
It's because she's got 2 people. She's having a baby. She's 2 people coaching 1 team. That's not fair.
It's not fair.
That's not fair.
And I'm 6-9, and I was hoping if I beat her, I'd go 7-9.
Right.
I'm already in the playoffs, but now I'll go 6-10, and Frazier's that much closer to passing me for playoffs again.
Oh my goodness!
It's like if I missed playoffs to somebody who's didn't even realize he was in the league, I'm not signing up next year.
You kind of have to sign up next year. You could just be like Frazier and just not pay attention.
Hey, did you know baseball's under a strike right now?
I heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we might be starting kind of late baseball.
I don't even know.
You're just getting auto picked if you don't say you're playing. Your team will participate. FYI.
Well, just so you know, I'm gonna get in there and hope I get like a first or second pick and pick up Shuhei Otani.
Oh, okay.
I pronounce that.
Just say Otani.
Otani, yeah.
I don't even know his first name. Does he have a first name?
I thought that's what it was.
Don't you spell it Oscar? Oh no, that was my baloney. Never mind. Anyway, so that does it for sports.
Shuhei Otani. I was right.
It is Shuhei. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna draft him and then let it auto pick the rest.
That's a good strategy. I like it.
And if I'm not one of the first 2 pick, if I'm not the first pick, I'm like, oh well, this season's over.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I was in a. Did I win? I think I won baseball.
You did win baseball. I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out how to score points.
Fun fact: I have never lost the fantasy baseball league I've ever participated in.
I've never won one.
So if you want to beat me,
hey,
join our league. We probably won't post the link. Maybe we will. I don't know. message us and say you want to join, and we'll personally send you an invite. How about that?
If you're out there and you want to join our football, well, football might be tough because we got a pretty full league. If you want to join we could always take some more basketball, hockey, or if you want to join any of our leagues. If you're into fantasy, if you're into any fantasies, let us know.
Any fantasies.
That came out exactly how I thought it would.
Agreed. But yeah, message us. We're not going to put it out there publicly anymore.
We are going to put it out there publicly. We're going to tell everyone we know.
Okay. All right. Our football league got crazy packed. Crazy. The last time we did this.
Oh, I didn't mention. I said football. Football's probably off the table because if you have fantasies about football, we're not interested. Because that league's pretty full.
We'll see. If you wanna, I'll let you dabble if you wanna.
Hey,
let stuff happen.
Speaking of dabbling, how's that Pokemans doing?
Man, I'm having a good time. I just finished my second quelling of a frenzied Pokemon last night. I haven't played it since I did it.
I've quelled 3.
Nice.
I quelled the third one. Well, so I was trying to tell you over messaging, but it's just kind of hard to explain. I realized that my leveling was a little weird. So I spent like 2 days just trying to complete my so that you can go to your Pokedex and you can change it by area.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
So you can make it to where it'll only show Pokemon that can be caught in that first meadow area.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to complete the decks in that first place.
That makes sense.
I was a 4-star rank, which means I could make, I think, like a couple, like I couldn't do very many Pokeballs, and I could only up to like 30 Pokemon of level 35 or 40 would listen to me.
Yeah. And
I'd caught a alpha level 55 Magikarp.
Oh.
I can tell you exactly where to catch one.
Yes,
please. As soon as you get Basculegion, you can go get it.
Basculegion. So do I have to quell my third Pokemon?
He's not a quelling. He's a lot like Weirdeer, where you do right after when you go to your next area, the swamps. No, the coastland. You're gonna go to the coastland next.
Okay.
And you'll do some missions.
Okay.
And you'll get Basculegion. He's a rideable Pokemon.
Okay.
And that's how you surf. That's your surfing.
Okay.
I got Basculegion, which I'm giving away. I don't want to give away too much, but you should have known you could already ride on Basculegion at this point because it was in the trailers. It's that weird fish thing you get to ride.
Yeah.
But
and eventually we'll be able to fly with that one Pokemon too.
Yes, with Braviary.
Have you got to that yet?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
But I went and did so much grinding on the Pokedex.
Giggity.
Yeah, all over it. I'm now a 7-star. 10 is the max. 10 is the max. All Pokemon will now listen to me. I don't have a level cap of what'll listen to me.
What happens when you're 8? Whoa.
You just get more, and I think I can do Ultra Balls, and I can get I got the third version of the Heavy Ball, which the Heavy Balls are useless. I hate them. But I can do Ultra Balls, because I think the next one, I get Jet Balls. You get Jet Balls, and then there's one after that. I don't know. I haven't.
I wonder if you'll be able to craft Master Balls. Is that
I doubt that. You may be able.
Because think about it. If you have the third is Ultra, the third is whatever the Heavy Ball is, the third is whatever the White Ball is.
Jet Balls.
There's one more level. Maybe you can craft Master Balls.
It may be you may get the recipe to make a Master Ball, and it may take the three things it needs to make it, you can only find one of each of those.
Maybe,
Ever.
yeah. That makes sense, yeah.
I went and caught a alpha Ursaring so that I could get an alpha Ursaluna. Ursaluna is the most annoying Pokemon to evolve in the game. And I've heard multiple Pokemon YouTubers say the same thing.
So you have to. Okay, so I didn't know Ursaluna evolved from Ursaring. I think I have an Alpha Ursaluna. I think. So I could probably
Ursaring, you mean?
Evolving. Yeah,
you have to get a Peat block.
Whatever that is.
That's the evolution item that you have to get. That you have to get to evolving during a full moon while in the swamps. You have to be in the swamp.
Yeah.
Which is the third area you go to. Second area you go to.
Second area, yeah.
And then you have to wait for a full moon and use a peat block on an Ursaring. You can't physically see the moon in this game.
Okay. Well then.
So what you have to do is you have to go, once you get the peat block, which that took me like, I've done it, I did it, I've evolved 2 of them, mind you. The first one I got the peat block in 30 minutes of grinding. And then the second one Do what?
In the first area?
No, I got the peat block in the second area.
Okay.
Because you have to ride on Ursaluna, because you get to ride on Ursaluna. You have to use his item tracking. Have you used the item tracking?
Yeah.
He can dig up a peat block.
Okay.
And I watched Austin John Plays, and he showed how to evolve one, and he, on his first try, went to this one pond area and dug up a peat block on his first try. And it's actually right next to where you quell the Pokemon in that area. There's a pond just above it. So what I had to do was travel to that fast travel, dig. If it's not, then travel back to the camp, go back to Jubilife City, come back to the swamp, fast travel over there, dig, and repeat that process till I get a peat block. First time I did it took me about 30, 45 minutes. Second time took me about 2.5 hours. I could not find one. But then you have to go back to the camp in that mired whatever, the swamp.
Yeah.
And you go and you sleep till midnight. Then you open up the inventory and you hover over a peat block and you have to wait till Ursaring says compatible. So if it says incompatible, you close, you sleep till midnight. Sleep till midnight. Sleep till midnight. And it took me another 30 minutes of just repeating that until finally it was like compatible. And it's like, finally. I think both times I was like, it had just been full moon. The full moon had just ended, so I had to wait for the entire moon cycle.
That's what I was going to ask, because in the real world, in our world, the lunar cycle is like 28 days or something like that. So is it 28 Pokemon nights?
I think it's half. Because I think each moon, like it's full moon for 2 days, then it's new moon for 2 days, then it's crescent for 2 days, and then each moon cycle, whatever, is lasts for 2 days. So however many types of
that sounds almost like it could be real life.
28 days.
It could be. You
something
got
like that.
Waning, half.
If it's 5, that's 10 days.
Yeah. Interesting.
So yeah, it's a pain. But I also went and got a alpha scissor.
Ooh, nice.
So I evolved him into an alpha cleaver.
So that's what cleaver is. It's
Cleaver.
an evolved sizer or scissor.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I already had a cleaver, but because you have to have a special item to get him as well.
Okay.
But you can get that item from hitting those where you get the stones to make Pokeballs.
Yeah.
If you see one hopping around and you hit it and like a Geodude pops out of it.
Yeah.
If it's a Graveler that pops out, you get like a 5% chance of him dropping this item that can evolve to a cleaver.
Okay.
I've found like 2 of them ever. And any Pokemon in the past, like Haunter evolving into whatever Gengar, Graveler into Golem, Alakazam into Alakazam. Over in the there's that shop in Jubilife City that she sells the different stones. She's across from the crafter guy, and she's the one. If you go talk to her, you can do link trades over the internet. But you can also buy.
I might have just got, because like I said, I just finished the second one, and then we went to the beach, and a whole bunch of people like came to the beach, and the commander was like, "Why don't you explore the city and see all the new people?"
She's
been there. Seen this person.
She's been there since early on.
Oh, okay.
And you get these merit points. Have you?
Yeah, I've got a couple merit points.
Where you find the bags of the people who have died. You know what those are, right? Have you actually been knocked out in the wild?
Not yet, no.
I've been knocked out twice. Once is because I set my controller down and a Geodude came over and just knocked me out while I was off doing something else. Can't do that. But every time anybody's fainted, items are dropped, and then you can go find those. And if you grind those out, giggity. You can buy from that lady. You can buy what's called a link cable for 1,000 merit points.
Holy cow! Okay.
I've gotten because I got I bought from her one link cable to get Golem, and then I also used another 1,000 to get an ice stone so I could get my last evolution. I have all the evolutions now.
Okay.
2 of them are alphas.
Dang, nice.
Yeah. I got an alpha Umbreon that's actually gonna stay in my party.
Do you know? Because I still have to I've got to get Glaceon, Sylveon. I've got a Water Stone, so I can get Vaporeon pretty easily. But so yeah, I need Glaceon and Sylveon. Do you get the option? Because I know Sylveon is about happiness, or at least in the old games. It's
so
based on happiness.
Umbreon, Espeon, and Sylveon are based off happiness.
So how do you get a Sylveon rather than an Umbreon or an Espeon? Do you get
it has to know a fairy type move.
Oh, okay.
So, and here's the trick: if you want an Umbreon and it knows baby doll eyes, it will evolve into a Sylveon instead of it. The fairy type move will override an Umbreon and Espeon. So you have to make sure that it doesn't not know baby doll eyes, because it learns that naturally.
Okay. Right.
I think I said this last week, but I love the system about learning moves.
Yeah, because you can just manually do that, right? If it shows, so if you show,
at any time, anywhere,
based on just strictly its happiness, because that's the only way you're going to evolve it without a stone or next to the mossy stone. So that means if it knows a fairy type move, boom, it's Sylveon. If it's at
hit
night,
X.
it's an Umbreon. If it's at a daytime, it's an Espeon. Okay, cool. All right.
No. So what you do if you want an Umbreon or Espeon, like say you want an Umbreon.
I got both of them.
Yeah. Okay. But I was gonna say
for our listeners,
if you want an Umbreon, which that's the dark type, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I always get them mixed up for some reason. I'm stupid that way. What you do is Okay. So the best way to Do you know how to get their happiness up super quick? Kind of grindy.
Not
Throw-
really. I just do what I do.
Throw every time because you have to get their happiness like to 220 or something like that, which you can't see that number.
Right,
which is
whatever that
stupid.
means. Okay.
Throw them at rocks and trees.
Okay.
Every time you throw a Pokemon at a rock or a tree, they gain 1 happiness.
Oh, okay. Giggity. You said penis.
every time a wild Pokemon is defeated by any of your Pokemon in your party, they gain 1 happiness.
Okay. Giggity.
So, it easier and not easier because I had to freaking get a Crobat,
Ew.
and it evolves from a
Golbat.
Golbat with happiness,
Giggity.
and I caught a Alpha, whichever one you said, Golbat.
Golbat. Yeah.
Yeah, I know where I know where you can find because a lot of there's certain.
I think I have an Alpha Golbat. I think maybe. I still got to figure out from you where that Snorlax is because I've never seen a Snorlax.
How can you not find it?
Do
I run into it all the time.
Do you have to swim to get to it?
No, you can jump over some rocks.
Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I'm not jumping over rocks.
You know,
Is there something that destroys rocks? Because there's an area in that first area that has a cave.
Yeah, you just throw your Pokemon on it like you do like a tree or a rock.
That giant cracked rock at the end of the cave, I just throw a Pokemon at it and it'll break it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You want to know how I figured that out?
How did you figure that out?
I just throw my Pokemon at everything in the game.
Wow. Yeah. See, I was like, oh, I've got to find. Like, I was thinking it was going to be like an Ursa Luna type thing where you have to find the Pokemon that you can ride that will ram through that wall.
I walked up. I had entered the cave from the upper area and came through, and I was like, that looks like it's got cracks in it. Yeah, what can it hurt? So I just threw my Pokemon at it just to see what would happen. And it busted through it, and I'm like, oh. Interesting.
Gosh, now I feel so dumb.
There are set areas where certain alphas spawn, always. At a set level.
Right.
Like the Snorlax, there's an area that let's see here, the Golbat, Graveler, Rapidash. Oh, no, did I ask you last time? Did you get your free shiny Ponytail?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Yep.
I think I asked you about that last time.
No, you didn't. We talked about shinies and whether you would see them.
You do see them in the wild. You do see them in the wild. I figured that out.
Yeah, that's what we learned from that Ponytail, that you actually do get to see them.
It's crazy that cool. I think I read somewhere that that's the only time in any game that, other than Red Gyarados and Silver and Gold, that they gave a free, that literally the game's like, here's a free shiny.
Yeah.
So. No. The next time, your next quelling, sucks. I was ready for an easy fight, and I think I got it to, I got to throw a Pokemon at it once.
Holy cow.
Because it never would get to a point where it allowed me to throw a Pokemon at it. And I'm like, I just kept throwing potions and kept dying. Throwing potions and dying.
Right.
At one point, I hit the wrong button and reset the bar. Because every time you faint in those, you can push a button where you can have it continue from where you were. So the bar will stay where you were. And one time I hit no and it reset it and lost all my progress.
Gosh.
And I was like,
lose items like when you have to find your bag?
No, you don't lose items in those fights.
But you, like normal fainting, you will lose items?
Yeah.
Now, if somebody finds your items, like we're supposed to find and return items, does that ever happen? Like,
no. I don't think I've ever had one found. I found a bunch of them. So, I'm not worried about it. I actually had a charm that I bought from this lady in the town. That was exposed to. I think I paid like 3,000 coin for it. That was exposed to when you fainted. It was exposed. That was exposed to vanish, and none of your items. And then I fainted, and it took like 4 of my items and the charm. Like that was a waste of money.
Right? Yeah, I saw her, and I was like, man, I'm not gonna mess with that.
I'm like, oh, that would be
really good
handy.
at running away.
That would be handy. I can't remember where I fainted last. I think I fell off a cliff and took a lot of damage. You take fall damage.
Yeah.
I went down an area and I took some fall damage, and then one Pokemon went, oh, hey, what you doing there? Barely tagged me and I fainted. Like, I hate you.
Yeah. I'm really good at running away. I did have one time where my controllers, like, just stopped functioning, and, like, I had to, like, rip the ones off my Switch and, like, switch out my Joy-Cons, and I was about to die, and I just, like, ran like the Dickens. Just ran, trying not to die. It was crazy.
I got these.
I've looked at those. Are those nice?
I love it. The buttons aren't quite as quality. They're kind of mushy.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't use it for a while, the buttons will kind of stick, and you have every time you ever get that, like, if you don't use a controller for a while and the first time you push it, it's like clunk, and it just clink. It like almost like it's been stuck with glue, and you break the glue up. You ever get that on a controller?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking. Now that I think about it, yeah.
Yeah, these buttons do that if you don't use it for a while. But I paid. I went to Game Exchange in your town and paid like $30 for them.
Yeah.
They don't work when they're off the Switch. They only work when attached. They don't have any batteries. They don't have their own internal batteries.
Do your controllers mess up? They're attached to the Switch?
Mm-mm.
Because I'm afraid my Switch has some bad connectors that will cause my Joy-Cons not to connect. Because I typically have to, like, have them slightly detached.
Yeah, these won't work then.
Okay.
Sounds like you just need to buy a new Switch.
Yeah, that's all. I just have to buy a new Switch.
Easy.
One of these days.
Easy.
If I win the lottery, which I don't play, but if I find like a winning lottery ticket on the ground, I'll buy it.
There you go. So,
and for all of you people out there in the world, I will make this commitment that I will also buy a capture card.
there you go.
So if I find a winning lottery ticket on the ground, I will buy a new Switch, a new capture card, and I will give you at least 6 weekly episodes of me playing some Switch game. Boom, take that to the bank.
There you go. So, hey, let's talk about a movie.
Retro movie review.
How young did Bill Murray look?
For real. Him and Chevy Chase. Holy cow. I was like, Chevy Chase was like young once? This is crazy. What is going on?
And how young did Rodney Dangerfield look?
And how skinny was he? Holy cow.
How
again.
alive did he look?
What in the world? Oh, but he was so funny still.
Oh, no. Like, best part of the movie.
So funny. Oh my
And
goodness.
did you know that the caddy's supervisor, you know who that guy is?
Leo. I was going to look him up because I'm like, I know this guy, but I know him as an older person.
That's Bill Murray's brother.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
Look at him.
But he's in other stuff.
Yeah.
Like I don't know where I recognize him from, but he's in other stuff.
Brian Doyle Murray.
But what else is he?
Oh, Bill Murray. He's been in a lot of stuff. National Lampoon Christmas, Groundhog Day.
Yeah. So anything his brother's in, he's in.
Yes.
Was
Ghostbusters
he in
2.
He wasn't. That's what I was gonna ask. Was he in Ghostbusters?
Wayne's World. He was. I want to say he was the arcade guy. What's his? He's the guy that owns the arcade in Wayne's World.
Back. Never seen Wayne's World.
Oh, really? Are we gonna have to watch that one next?
Are we gonna have to?
Like, are we gonna have to? Are we gonna have to? Because I could totally watch Wayne's World. Let's not. Let's stay on track.
We've got a bunch of movies on our. I told you this was going to happen when we like basically lined out our entire season. Like something was going to happen.
So, no, this movie, it's probably. I can watch this movie like if I'm bored because I have nothing to watch and I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I will kick this movie on and watch it. CaddyShack is probably it's one of the easiest movies for me to watch. Bill Murray is funny, and it's crazy that Bill Murray's character and Chevy Chase's character really have one interaction the entire movie, even though they're on the same golf course.
Right, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
You look at it and you go, the two biggest actors, the two stars of the movie, only have one conversation about more than halfway through the movie.
And I seriously thought in that I thought there was going to be some mystical moment where when he dropped the ball on that hybrid grass, like he was just going to like hit a hole in one, and it was going to be like, oh, we've got to use this grass everywhere. And that didn't happen. I don't know what I was projecting, but whatever it was, it didn't happen.
And don't know if you noticed, but this movie was directed by, rest in peace, Harold Ramis.
Didn't notice, don't know who that is, and so I wouldn't notice anyway.
Oh, come on. You don't know who Harold Ramis? The fourth Ghostbuster?
No. Who was that? Beekman?
Venkman? Spangler.
That was who?
Spangler.
Spangler?
The one... The nerdy one?
That was Beekman.
Have you watched...
The white guy, right? Not Dan Aykroyd and not Bill Murray, but the other white guy?
Yeah. Have you watched the new
weird.
Ghostbuster movie?
I haven't.
Afterlife?
I haven't seen...
Okay.
I haven't seen any of them. Like the one with the women or the one with the kids.
The one with the women, I've not watched that one. But the new Afterlife, my wife bought it for me. Really good.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's based in Oklahoma.
I know it was based in Oklahoma. I haven't seen it. Tempted, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, this was directed by Harold Ramis, who directed a lot of Bill Murray movies throughout the 80s and 90s.
Okay.
But he passed away in early 2000s. So, Metacritic.
All right. I am thinking
12 critics out of 100.
My guess.
Your guess.
12 critics out of 100 gave this movie a 53.
You're pretty dang close.
If you tell me it's a 49, I'm going to be so mad because I
48.
was going to say. I was going to say 49 because I was like, 49, I'm like, got enough actors that I'll give them a 4.5.
It seems like every movie that I'm like, this is one of my favorite movies of all time, the critics are like, it sucked. So 28 users out of 10.
The users, they gave it a 6.5.
7.7.
A 7? Straight up 7?
7.7.
A 7?
Almost an 8.
All right, that's good.
So the critics gave 5 positive, 2 mixed, 5 negative. Mm-hmm. Users gave it 22 positives, 5 mixed, 1 negative. Like, I don't care about your bad reviews, because Because, I have a feeling somebody in here is going to say that. Says. Huh. I'm going to have to look that up and make sure that's right. Because this guy says first time director Harold Ramis can't hold it together.
Oh, snap.
This might have been before Stripes then. Have you ever seen Stripes?
I have seen Stripes. I know I've seen that one.
His friend? That's Harold Ramis.
Really?
Yeah, that's the first movie he ever acted in.
Interesting. All right.
Because that was supposed to be a solo Bill Murray movie. He wasn't supposed to have a friend.
Interesting. Okay.
But it was written and directed by Harold Ramis. So, critics, you suck. Let's get on over.
Per the usual.
Yeah, per the
If
usual.
we can. Per the usual. Yeah.
This might be a first. So, over to Common Sense Media.
Mm-hmm.
Says, movie review by Common Sense Media editors.
Interesting. Okay.
No name. Nameless reviewer.
Okay, I'm curious. Let's.
Okay, so we're
Let's get
getting
into this a little bit. Let's get into this.
This one's shocking. This one, I think this should be a little with some of the stuff in this movie. This says 17 plus 3 stars. Classic 80s. Oh, get off there. Classic 80s comedy, not for kids.
Yeah, definitely not for kids.
So I don't know what parents going right on this, because parents say, based off 10 reviews, age 14 plus 5 stars.
5?
I mean,
5 stars?
I mean,
I wouldn't give it a 5 star.
No, I'm sorry.
Any age.
4 star.
For any age.
4 star. I'm sorry. I got
Still.
surprised with the 14, but 4 star, 14 plus. 42 kids.
Oh, okay. Somebody's letting their kids watch this.
14 plus 4 stars.
I mean, if I was a 14-year-old, I would give this 4 or 5 stars.
Well, there's that one scene that,
There's a couple scenes that a 14-year-old be like 5 stars, 5 stars.
Yeah, 6, 7
14.
stars. All the stars.
How many fingers do I have? Can I give him this many stars?
I'm not sure if
So that's interesting. Okay.
this was probably like 4 kids reviewing it with 10 burner accounts each. So, is this? Oh, that's good times. So, positive messages.
Would give this for positive messages a 1.
How about a not present clickable?
That's fair.
Characters are unfaithful to spouses / girlfriends, sexually promiscuous, racist, obnoxious, lewd, and greedy.
I was watching this, and then my wife walks in a scene at the yacht club where he's like passing the joint around, and they're like, "What?" He's like, "This is good. I got it from." And then he's like, "It's still not a bad word. It's not a bad word, but it's a definitely outdated word." And my wife is like, "What are you watching?"
The scene that cracked me up is when the judge made the joke to the preacher, or to the father, about the 3 people and the guy that was supposed to be fixing his shoes. Dad, what did he say? And just
He starts grinding that shoe, like sparks start coming out. Yeah, that was. Oh, so yes, this is basically a 70s movie. It was made in it came out in 1980. It came out in 1980, but it's a 70s movie.
Yeah.
So there are definitely jokes that are extremely dated.
Oh yeah.
Very dated.
There.
And of course, it's Rodney Dangerfield, and we know he is very
Edgy.
I don't know what the word would be, but promiscuous.
Yeah.
You know.
This is I haven't watched a bunch of his stuff, his like movies. I don't even know what other stuff. This is about the only movie of his that I really ever watch. Not really watch a lot of his stuff. So, positive role models.
Not present.
No good.
Probably
no
not
good
even
role
clickable.
models. It is clickable.
It is. Okay.
Not present. It just says no good role models.
I'm pretty sure that's what 0 stars means. Who is the person that? Let's name drop this person. Who is the Common Sense Media critic?
They didn't give me a name.
Oh, okay.
I told you. It says.
I thought you were talking about like a different. Okay, now I'm following you now. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is
Like a
you
whole
deserve
group
to
of
be
them got
anonymous.
together.
You deserve to be anonymous because 0 stars means not present, and not present. You don't have to say click it so I can tell you not present.
Yeah.
Your 0 stars.
Why?
Lets
don't-
us know it's not present.
Yeah. No need to explain. So,
Yeah.
violence.
Violence. There was a smidge.
Yeah.
A 2? There were some guns, some bombs. There was a couple teenagers fighting. I'd give it a 2.
This gave it a 3.
Eh.
Says some mild fistfights. An uncle attempts to club a young man caught sleeping with his niece. Carl uses explosives to kill a stuffed gopher. Oh, it was a real gopher.
And it has some real good moves. That's fantastic.
Like the gopher part is like kind of a side note here. The whole it's almost like 2 movies in one. Cause it's almost like it's a golfing movie, but they added this. Right. It's a funny comedy golfing movie, but they added this side slapstick comedy with Bill Murray's character. Right. It was almost like a side storyline that didn't need to be told. But like it,
yes,
this character rarely mingles with any of the other characters in the entire movie.
Yeah, it was very weird.
Like this looks like an SNL skit.
He had that one scene where he was going with the priest, and the priest was like playing the best game of his life. And then he just gets struck by lightning and dies. And just like, it's like I'm out of here.
Yeah, just.
And then that was like his big scene. Like every other one, it's just like a little clip of him being like Elmer Fudd.
Yeah.
You know, just trying to get that wascally wabbit.
Where he's hitting those flowers with the golf club right before the pre.
Yeah.
Cinderella story. Out of nowhere.
And
he really got a hold of that one.
Out of nowhere. He just kept repeating Cinderella story. This is the Cinderella.
Okay, now
out of nowhere.
This is the category you, sir, were waiting for.
I'm ready.
Sex.
Yes. 4.
This gave it a 5.
I'm pretty sure there's some other kind of films that will get a 5, but there was definitely some
references to Master Debaters.
Yeah, Rodney Dangerfield was a filthy-mouthed individual, and there were some topless scenes.
Female nudity, graphic sex scene.
Graphic sex scene?
I
must have watched an edited version because I didn't see that.
The scene with the main kid with the niece.
They were just like kissing, weren't they?
They did show her topless most of that scene.
I don't know. My son was walking in and out, so I was like trying to debate whether I needed to fast forward or. I wasn't watching that scene. I was like watching my kids to see if they were like gonna walk in and look.
There was a scene shortly before that when he was with his actual girlfriend. There was no nudity in that scene, but it was pretty clear what they were doing.
Suggested.
Yeah.
And then later on revealed what was suggested because she thought she might have been pregnant.
That scene's kind of funny in a weird way. you don't notice her accent until she gets into that scene,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
and then it's like, wait, what's going on here? Language.
Language. This one's a tough. There's not really a lot of language. I would give it like a 3.5.
They give it a 4.
That's fair. You can round up to it.
Very strong language and sexually explicit language.
Okay.
Strongly enough, I agree with them on this next one. Consumerism.
2.
They gave it a not present and can't even click on it. But I'd like to know why you gave it a 2.
There was obvious Coca-Cola reference because he said
There was
"I'll have a
Coca-Cola.
Coke," and I put the Coca-Cola brand label right to you, and then there was the Baby Ruth that she opened up and then tossed. So I would give it a 2 for Coca-Cola and Baby Ruth, and they were both pretty obvious, like in your face.
Yeah, I agree.
But they didn't produce any cartoons, comic books, or T-shirts. So
I mean,
maybe
I'm surprised they didn't at least give it a 1 because Bill Murray's a Ghostbuster in that franchise.
yeah, it
Produced
was
a bunch
cool.
of toys.
Right? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. That would be hilarious. If like, due to the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, we're gonna give this a 1 because of Ghostbusters. And you're like, what? And they're like, let me explain.
All right. Drinking, drugs, and smoking. Give this one a yes.
This one's got to be super high. I'm gonna say 4 because I've seen movies with way more, but this was pretty there and in your face.
This gave it
What
a
they
4.
Okay, good. Okay.
Marijuana reference, scenes of teenagers smoking joint. Carl is chronically drunk or stoned.
Yeah.
The scene where Chevy Chase is at the piano and she's like, that's just, this stuff's gross. And he's like, this is how you do it. He snorts it, drinks the lime, and then throws the whiskey over his shoulder.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
It's like, there you go. And there you have it. Parents need to know that this film requires a mature viewer. Younger audiences will not understand some of the sexual references. Most are blatant, including graphic sex scenes and female nudity. I don't agree with the graphic sex. I mean,
Yeah, graphic makes it sound like graphic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many characters use profane language. The film favors several offensive jokes, one that targets African Americans and others that use derogatory names for women. I don't remember this. Although young teens will enjoy the edginess of the film, much of the humor may go over their heads. Wow, this parent says overrated movie. This movie is actually very underrated. A lot of people.
You were overrated, parent.
I always see people being like always forgetting this movie exists. Nobody ever talks about it. More underrated, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, I enjoy this movie. Very well done. Written and
Don't
directed.
watch it around your kids. Don't watch it around your kids.
No, you just don't.
If you're an old guy like us, it's pretty. I definitely a few times. So
it's just written and directed by one of my favorite directors. So I like all of his movies. Which that, of course, Harold Ramis. So
rip.
yeah, when did he pass away? I may have completely missed that one, the mark on when he passed. Harold Ramis. He passed away in 2014.
Well.
So. Egon Spengler was his character in Ghostbusters.
Spangler. There you go.
So. What do we want to watch next?
We've got a laundry list, man. what do you think? Did you ever delve into that one that I was curious about?
I didn't delve into anything.
Okay.
Which one? You want?
There were a bunch. While we do some more investigating, um, let's do the Big Lebowski. I've never seen it. But I know it's one of those movies.
Do we remember?
It's a Coen brother movie, right?
I believe so.
So, I believe that's a Coen brother movie.
It's on. Oh, it's Amazon Prime Video.
So,
yeah, Ethan and Joel Coen.
Yeah. So I've never seen it. It was suggested. We've talked about it. I said let's do it. What is that one that we were supposed to look up though? See if it's gonna be. I was gonna let you do the investigate. I don't want spoilers.
Oh.
I'll probably watch it.
The one we talked about last week that was supposed to be like the suspense.
Yeah.
Movie.
It's probably in my history somewhere. But we can figure that out later. But yeah, let's watch Big Lebowski. Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
All y'all, watch it. Make it happen.
I'm trying to verify that it is there.
Why are you going to tell me it's there and then didn't have to verify it after you've already seen it was there?
Well, my first search said, yeah, it's there.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But I'm actually going into Amazon Prime.
Gotcha. And we found maybe it's...
Yeah, it's there.
Anyway. Did you hear how we did in the Olympics? Did we do good?
I heard that there's a lot of errant Olympians that are just no way home, per my sources.
Yeah, I did hear that. I did see, per our sources, that hundreds of Olympians are just wandering around Beijing with nowhere to go. That's crazy. How does that happen?
I didn't. Other than that, I have not seen how we did in the Olympics. I didn't watch any part of said Olympics.
Oh, snap.
I didn't watch any Olympics.
I watched some curling.
Generally,
just enough to make me mad and throw my controller about how bad we were doing. And then that was pretty much it. Our Olympic team didn't do very good. In hockey, they didn't do very good. Our women lost to Canada in the finals, and our men, I think, got 4th place. I don't think they medaled.
We only had 25 total medals.
That doesn't sound very good. Who was first place, and how many medals did they have?
Norway had 37.
Oh, that's not bad then. Okay, I don't feel so bad.
Republic of the ROC.
Yeah.
What's that? That's Russia, right?
That's yeah, because Russia got banned from the Olympics, so they have to be the Russian Olympic Committee.
Hate those guys.
But they're not. It's not Russia because
hate those
you can't
guys.
say Russia, but you could say they're the Russians. That's okay.
Germany got 27, Canada got 26, and then U.S. 25, then Sweden with 18. Okay. Gold medals, we got freaking just.
We got wrecked.
Well, we're fourth highest on the list for golds with 8.
That's not bad.
But Norway had 16 gold medals.
Dang, Norway.
And Germany had 12. So, yeah, we didn't do the grit. I don't, because generally I'll jump on and I'll watch the 5-man bobsled, and I'll generally watch all the speed skating because those are my favorite two.
Right.
Olympic sports of all Olympics.
I do like speed skating also.
I love speed skating.
I didn't get to see any. I didn't see any speed skating at all. I was kind of sad. But yeah, I do like the speed skating also.
Because I like short track and the long track.
Yeah.
The short track's my favorite. That's
the one that's crazy because You could be like the best skater in the world, but there's a good chance you're just gonna bite it and then
Yeah.
like
Almost lose your life because of skates.
yeah.
Cut your artery. That was
The
scary.
short-
I watched that.
How is the short track even a thing?
Oh, it's so
That's-
good. Oh, it's so good.
crazy. Oh, it's so crazy. And I didn't get to see it.
Yeah, I missed all of it.
Ugh.
I never got a chance to hop on and actually watch it. I forgot.
Right? Yeah, it was. We live busy lives, sir.
Yep.
We live busy lives. There's too many kids to wrangle and Pokemon to catch.
That's true. That is true. So, yeah. Oh, now that we're music. So, I got a song.
Okay.
So,
Oh, nap.
there is a band that is quickly becoming one of my favorite bands. I actually subscribed to their YouTube channel the other day,
Okay.
and I want to make sure I just drew a blank on their name, by the way. Arch Enemy.
Enemy. Okay.
Arch Enemy. They have a new song out called Handshake with Hell.
Okay. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's do this.
It is on Spotify because I saw somebody added it. Where is it? They have a new album coming out in July that, like, I mean, they've already released 3 songs off this new album in official YouTube video, in, like, official music videos.
Mm-hmm.
But the new album doesn't come out till July 8th or July something. I'm like, I need this. Finding them? Do what?
I'll have to check that out. That was added to our Spotify playlist.
Yes, I think I had
There's
already.
a link below and check that out.
Yeah,
Our playlist.
they female lead singer
Mm-hmm.
and does the growl vocals.
Ooh, okay.
They're a I think they're Swedish death metal, like melodic death metal,
Right. Okay.
and their lead singer is Canadian. So it's kind of a sometime this week you need to listen to their newest song, Handshake with Hell.
Okay.
And let me know next week what you thought of it.
Okay.
So,
Gotta pull it up right now on the old looking up machine.
yeah.
So they got a new music video out.
Yeah. Came out. Well, it says that one says it came out 3 weeks ago.
Gotcha. Okay.
So,
Definitely have to check that out.
you got anything else?
I don't think so. I think as soon as we bounce, I'm gonna listen to this song.
All right, yeah. So, I think that's it.
Good. All right. Let's cut it. Do. I guess that's good enough. We've given them time, right? Do we need extra time?
Hey, have a good one, people.
Bye.